Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Anne. How are you both today?
We're fine, Fiona.
Good. So thanks so much for doing this interview to share your personal experience of being involved in Dementia Dog and having the wonderful Uno in your lives. Before we went into talking about Uno, I was curious to know if you'd had dogs previously to Uno.
Yes, we had 2 Yorkshire Terriers, Yogi and Heidi, and we had them for 10 years, and both of them
were passed away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
And I said I would never have a dog again after that.
Oh dear, that didn't go to plan. And how is it you first heard about Dementia Dog?
Well, we were up in for a conference up in Dundee, and we heard of Alec and Alec Fourpaws. He brought the dog along to the meeting, and I was amazed at what this dog could do.
And then we went along to the Alzheimer's Scotland conference, and we met yourself and all the rest of the team, and we met Uno, and I think we instantly just adored them.
Yeah, I think the feeling was mutual. When is it Uno came into your lives?
Oh, the 16th of May 2018. So we've had him for over 2 years now. So
fantastic.
He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm biased, but yeah, I think he is as well. Henry, I was quite interested to know what are the biggest practical ways that the Uno might help you on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason I get up in the morning. He wakes me up. He just touches my hand with his nose. He also brings up my medication case because I'm a type 1 diabetic, and
you need to take insulin.
I need to take insulin, and if
we have noticed that since we've had Uno, that usually Henry's blood sugars have stabilised so much, but he does have times when he goes hypoglycemic, which means low blood sugar. So Uno will alert us by even nudging Henry, or especially putting his head on his lap, just to let us know that he's concerned, whether there's the smell of the breath or whatever, but he seems to know that Henry needs some sugar. So even though he's not trained for that, he has picked it up so well, you know, and it takes a lot of pressure off of me, because, you know, Uno seems to be quicker now at picking it up than I do, and I used to pick it up, I thought, really quickly, but he seems to do it quicker than I can. So it's another safeguard.
Absolutely, and he's such a intuitive dog and so emotionally sensitive. He's highly tuned now to both of you.
Yes.
I found this out when I was doing a visit to
Edinburgh
Airport, and believe it or not, the dog I was in a wheelchair at the time, and the dog got to a stage. He stopped the wheelchair, and the person who was looking after me said, "I think you need to get something to eat." And we went and got some chocolate, some juice, and I felt great after that. But it was the dog that alerted them, because he actually went in front of the wheelchair to actually stop them. So that's another instance. He seems to pick up things very quickly.
Yeah, and in turn, Anne, how does that have an impact or help you?
Well, it's basically when he's out. Well, before COVID, when he was out with the Scottish Dementia Working Group, I did worry that he could have low blood sugar, but now I don't, because simply for the fact that I'll know Uno will look after him, and he does look after him. It's so strange, and it takes a lot of worry off of me when he does that, and even if Henry gets upset or distressed in any way, Uno picks up in that too, and he just knows it, and he comes over and he just puts his head on his lap, so he says, "Daddy, it's all right, I'm here." So that takes an enormous pressure off me.
He just likes me better.
No, he doesn't. He likes me better.
I'm not even going to respond to that. You mentioned about kind of being out and about. What would usually happen when he's got his jacket on and you're both out and about?
Well, it usually takes us longer now to do anything. When we went to the supermarket, people would stop and ask what kind of dog he was. If we were sitting to have a coffee, they would ask, and then it kind of started a conversation for us. So you were delighted to tell them what Uno did for you, and in turn, we've met lovely people that we never knew before, who will come up and say, "Oh, how's Uno today?" Basically, you were so proud of Uno that he would talk. In fact, he used to say that people talked to him because of Uno and because they liked Uno, not him.
I think, Henry,
that's definitely not true.
I think that's called 1-1.
A bit of jealousy that he wasn't the main man anymore.
But it's quite good because these people remember you, and they actually come up and say hello to you. It could be weeks later, but they still come up and say hello to you. How's you today? And you tell them that he's doing well. And I think one of the good things was, he's quite a really good looking dog. I think that just like myself, I think that helps. That helps break the ice.
Two handsome men, aye.
Who can refuse? It's been, as you say, it's been 2.5 years of having Uno. And in that time, how would you sum up your experience of being involved in Dementia Dog and the team over that?
Well, you feel a part of a community, the Dementia Dog community. The team are always there, like Kerry will help us do some exercises with Henry and Uno after his stroke by just simple things, by throwing balls, but it did make a big difference. Nadia is helping me with applying for SDS. And of course you, Fiona, you're always there at the end of the line if we ever need you. So we know we can rely on all the team. When we first got Uno, Henry was worried about remembering the commands. So Kerry had made wee cards up so that he could go through them all. And it was really helpful, wasn't it?
It really helps. When I was doing the commands, I was always worried that I'd forget a command, but with these plastic strip.
Wee cards.
Wee cards. I can remember them. They were a big help to me because I'm thinking, wait a minute, I've got dementia here. How am I supposed to remember the commands? And I think it progresses when you're doing it day in, day out. That's what I found. I was getting better. I was starting to remember. And even if I didn't remember them, Anne was always there. She could tell me what the commands were.
But now you don't even think about it.
No.
You do it all the time now, so.
That's fantastic. To round up with the last question, how could I not ask, what is the thing you love most about Uno?
You want to start or I start?
You can both answer it.
Do you know, there's not one thing that I like about the dog. I like all of it. He's always there for me. And I always love seeing him in the morning because he's quite clever going down the stairs to get my bag and bring my medicine bag up. So I wouldn't think just one thing. He's got a great nature, and I think it's the nature of the dog. He knows he's working and he loves to please. That's the thing you do notice. He loves to please, and I think that's what I like about him.
Well, I just adore him because he has changed a bit of my life. You know, I used to be frightened when I went out and left Henry that something would happen. And I used to clock watch constantly. Now I don't because I know Uno's there for him. So he's taken a lot of stress away from me. But he's just such a part of our family. And that's the most things. But every day is different. But I think, and I know Henry thinks this is really soppy, but I don't care. He is the brightest star in a very dark day. And I just love him to pieces.